Hello everyone. Please ignore the 6 train in the background, if you can hear it at all. I don't know how good the microphone is on this phone. It is my best camera at the moment though. I've got a potato USB 2.0 camera that I'm not going to record with, so please excuse the video quality, the lighting, and the background noise of this, my first video. I'm going to be trying to cover a couple of different topics on this channel. The first one I decided to is the upcoming end of support for Microsoft Windows being a great opportunity, Windows 10 that is, for the adoption, or at least the trying out of a Linux distribution. Yes, the L word. Linux has perhaps a reputation for being complicated, possibly not supporting software of choice, and many other reasons, some of which have begun to evaporate as the platform begins to develop. I'm going to call myself the Mint Messiah and preach the benefits of Linux Mint as a good transition operating system for folks that are used to a Windows 7/10 type of environment. The Linux Mint Cinnamon Desktop Edition, which is their primary one, is pretty much arranged in a very intuitive way for Windows users. I might at some point go into other versions of Linux that have a more Mac-like appearance, or even some of the more experimental ones that have window managers that don't represent or resemble anything that comes with either Windows or Mac, like Arch Hyperland, for instance. I actually had a script typed up for this, but I'm just winging it right now. Linux Mint Cinnamon Edition. You can download an ISO file. You can burn it to a USB stick using either Rufus or Balena Etcher, and you can try it without even installing it, running it from your USB stick, or you can install it as a dual boot, not having to sacrifice your current Windows installation, only some of the space on the drive. And I will be going over some of the pros of Linux Mint in relation to the reputation that Linux may actually incorrectly maintain that it's not compatible with a bunch of stuff that you're used to. Well, okay, so one disclaimer here. If you're using Adobe products on either Mac or Windows and you're comfortable with them and you don't think of them as an evil, despicable company like I'm beginning to, then you're kind of stuck on Windows or Mac. Although there are alternatives to most of Adobe's products in the free and open source community. Free and open source software, otherwise abbreviated as FOSS, is the complement to the Linux kernel and the desktop environment that you choose. Linux is technically GNU plus Linux. Linux is the kernel that was written by Linus Torvalds, and the desktop environment is the graphical interface that you use to access these kernel features. Anyway, I'm rambling, and I wanted this just to be a sort of an intro video. I'm going to delete the other intro video that I had on this channel because it is just god-awful, and this one is probably awful, but hopefully not god-awful. Anyway, thanks for your indulgence, and I will hopefully see you again soon.